Pulled the snake out for a minute, doing a little tank maintenance. Set him back in. He took a look in his hide, made sure that was still there, and now he's just looking around. Ended up pulling out one of the plants that I got in there. Actually, it was one species of plant that I broke into like 4 different plants, so that's that one there. And I got a couple more right in there. Yeah. Gonna try to grow those out a little bit out of the aquarium. Hopefully they'll do a little better. So, well, the snake is looking very, very happy. Everything else looking very good. Let's just see what this guy does. So he seems pretty active. Recently shed. It left a nice big log in there for me to pull out too. Ended up getting that out, so now he's feeling a little active, I think. I have not seen him make his way into his water tank yet, but I think he's been in there once already. I do think he's made it. This is a 55-gallon aquarium, terrarium. I set it up with a Bioactive kit. Company name is the Biodude, out of Houston, Texas. They got a pretty good setup. So, could have definitely gone a more cost-effective route for my snake. But this here is definitely the way to go. A lot of people talk about ball pythons needing very specific climates, and for that reason they'll keep them in a rack system. Not going to knock rack systems, but I know I wouldn't really want to live in a rack myself. So for that reason, pay that extra dollar and I'll go that extra effort to create an environment for him that will be sustainable and suitable. Now this bioactive kit is supposed to be fully sustainable. I should not have to do very much maintenance to this at all, aside from a bit of spot cleaning on the glass and whatnot. The water bowl side is going to be a different story. I gotta treat that as I would treat it in an aquarium. Make sure that I keep the water clean. I've got a filter going to it, air bubbles to keep it oxygenated, and the like. I just that's another story. But as far as this over here goes, the idea is add some springtails, add some isopods, and create a fully bioactive environment for them. An environment that'll sustain itself. Just add mice. But my snake's liking it. This is all live plants in here. Aside from that big dead branch that you see right there. All live plants, decaying leaf matter. His substrate is probably about 4 to 6 inches deep in different spots. So the substrate itself, he's supposed to be able to burrow in. He's already started burrowing, making his hide. So you can check out my first video for that one. Within 10 minutes of putting him in his aquarium, or his terrarium. I keep saying aquarium, I love that word. In his terrarium, within 10 minutes of putting him in there, he started burrowing. As soon as he found his new hide location, I kind of set it up to where he had about half his body would fit into the hide. So with that being the case, I went ahead and expected him to start burrowing pretty quickly, and that's exactly what he did. He realized he didn't fit. And then he realized he'd be able to make himself fit if he just pushed himself around and inside his little hide, and it worked out great. So that's his hide right down there. It's got a piece of cork bark over the top of it to hold the structure, and from there it's got another piece of cork bark right there that's gonna allow him to start moving out towards the water bowl. But that hide here is going down that way, and then this side, hopefully he'll start moving that way. You like my little... Okay, I'm gonna work on that one. But he's digging it. He's liking his little kit. I'm liking his little kit. I'm liking that he's moving around so much. He just ate just before I put him in here. He ate about a week ago, and he just went to the bathroom. So he's not hungry, I don't think. He's not scavenging for food. He's exploring. He's checking out his new environment. He's doing what snakes do in the wild. They look around, believe it or not. They don't just stay in their hides all day and all night. Yeah, I will say, after he eats, he doesn't come out of his hide for probably about 3-4 days. But still the case, he deserves to be able to run around, slide around, slither around. So that's what my goal is. My goal is to keep him in here, have him live happy and healthy, and we'll see what happens. This python here, I think he's about 13 years old. I think I bought him when I was 17, living down in Texas. And I brought him out here to California on a plane. I'll tell you that story one of these days. I kind of smuggled him. But he, so far he's lived a long life. Now the rest of his life is going to be a long, happy, happy, happy life. I wish I'd have done this a lot sooner. Before this, he had the typical rep to bark. He didn't have much burrowing opportunities. I think one time I added some moss in there for him, and with that moss, he liked it. He burrowed. I think he burrowed as soon as he realized he could burrow into it. He started burrowing in there, and that was really cool. I should have done more. Gotten more moss for him and kept up on that, but I did not. So he just kind of lived a regular life. Probably better than some pythons out there, but the goal is to give him top of the line care. Just top notch, top. The tits, the best. That's what our goal is. So hopefully this works out, and it's gonna be pretty cool to see. It's gonna be a fully bioactive environment. So what I'm hoping for from this is to be able to watch some pretty cool things happening in here. I enjoy watching the growth of the plants. I enjoy watching, I think I'm going to enjoy watching the springtails and isopods, kind of mapping the terrain, picking out their spots that they really like to hang out in, and seeing how they operate. I'm excited. I'm very excited. So, just wanted to say, hey, this is my snake. He is enjoying his new tank. He's, moving around quite a bit. As far as how active he was before, he was an active snake, but I think now he seems to be a bit more active. He's checking out his new digs. His shed, I don't know how well the quality of the camera picture is coming out right now, but his shed has not been this good in a long time. His scales look really nice right now. They've got this beautiful blue tint to them right now. He looks so healthy. He looks really healthy. Really healthy. And I think he's getting kind of tired of me staring at him, because he hasn't moved in a while. So I'm going to go through and end this video, let him do his thing, do some more exploring. I'm going to finish up what I'm doing here, getting these plants all set up to go into a nursery to try to nurse them back to good health. So... yeah. And here's this guy. I'm gonna start doing videos on this too. So I got a couple of red cherry shrimp in here, along with a couple of snails. A lot of snails actually. I've got pond snails in here, and then I also have Malaysian trumpet snails. Malaysian trumpet snails are so cool because they burrow under the sand. Um, and then I got Charlie Murphy. Charlie Murphy's pretty cool. He's got a bit of an attitude. He likes to pick on everybody in the tank. He just runs around and bites things. He's, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure he's a Mully. But that's that guy there. You'll see more about that later. But alright. This is Spring Pods and Isotails. Over and out.